Oh my gosh, we're live. This is exciting. This is something new for me completely. But hello, everyone. Happy Easter for those of you that celebrate Easter. For those of you that don't, happy Sunday. Another day in quarantine. So I want to do this live, first of all, because I've never done a live before. Second of all, I wanted to invite you all to a brunch, a virtual brunch, because I mean, some of you maybe do things on Easter, like a brunch, and you may not be able to do that because you may not be close to family. I'm certainly not close to family, so I am here in my apartment in Florida. So we are gonna make stuff together. I have my itty bitty waffle maker because I'll be making waffles. I have my French press to make some coffee, and maybe we'll make some eggs. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. If you can tell, I'm totally missing Disney from the magnets on my fridge, but you know. So I had my water preheating. I have like a little electric kettle over here that I can use for my French press. And we'll get started. So, how are you all doing? How has this been in this world of quarantine and staying inside? If you're wondering why I'm going in the fridge for my coffee, it's because it keeps it fresher longer, especially if it's ground. So I'm getting my Joffrey's coffee that I have only a little bit of, which is really sad. So I'll need to get more. So it's really making it a Disney day right now. This is probably going to be the last of it I'm going to use for this. Then I'll need to get more. Yeah, actually, this is probably going to, yep. That's what's happening. So sad, but I can at least transfer over my Collectivo coffee, which is from Milwaukee that I love, into here. So I'll do that later. Now that I have all my grounds in here, we'll start. But I want to hop on Instagram real quick to just share with everyone that we're live. Let's do that for a hot second. Hi there, friends. We are live on YouTube. Hello, look, we're here. We're here. So exciting. If you want to join the virtual brunch, head over to my YouTube channel in the link in my bio, and I can't wait to see you there. So now you see like what it's like in real time for me to post on Instagram and how awkward I am, but that's just that. Okay, got my grounds. Let's get my hot water. I am not at all a professional, but this is just what I've learned from YouTube videos because I'm like, I have this. I've had this French press literally for almost like probably 3 years, and I really never was able to like use it correctly until I actually watched a YouTube video because I'm like, home. Obviously, I've been doing things for my business and providing all of you digital content as much as I can. But I'm like, well, I should try to use it and try to figure out how to use it. So I'm not all professional, but I am learning. But the nice thing about this is, because it's worked so well for me, with my kettle and with this French press, I can actually make like 2 cups because I can only drink 1 cup a day. Like I literally can't function if I drink more than 1. Let's leave that over there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And just counting how many minutes that we need. I literally can't function normally if I have more than 1. It's like, it's a bad time. So I can save the rest of this in a little mason jar that I have behind me and throw it in the fridge, and then I have iced coffee for tomorrow. It's so great. I do have a little Keurig, but I mean, I do that when I can because I like to use fresh grounds to help the environment and everything. And it also is better. So now we're going to make some waffles. Let me know in the comments if you are a waffle person or if you're a pancake person. I won't disown you I won't say that we can't be friends if we're not. Let me see. I won't say that we can't be friends if you like pancakes more than waffles. I love all breakfast food, hence why I'm doing a digital or a virtual brunch. And I don't measure literally at all. But I'm like, any extras I can throw in the freezer for later. And then I can toast them, and it's like the toaster things that we always had as kids. I religiously ate those for breakfast as a kid. But that's just me. But now that I'm an adult, and I have things that I can use to make my own waffles, why not? And I am going to be putting mini chocolate chips in mine because that is the best thing ever. But I'm going to put water in it first so I can gauge what my batter is going to be like. Sometimes it gets too like liquidy. Sometimes it's just the right consistency. It happens. And I'm making sure I'm keeping an eye on the clock so I don't ruin my coffee. Not that I don't think I would ruin it. I think it would just be strong. But anyway. But I vividly remember like having like the Eggo waffles. Like they used to have like these, there are so many like toaster things that I ate. Like there's this one, like Pepperidge Farm. I don't know if they discontinued these, but they used to have like French toast and then you'd stick them in the toaster. Those I ate all the time. A little more water. I ate those all the time. I ate a lot of Eggo. But I ate a lot of like the toaster sticks. They had like these muffin tops for a while and they came in 4. Those were so good. But I'm definitely a waffle person. I don't know why that I like waffles better than pancakes. I think it's just, maybe it's how they sit with me. I don't know. Let me know if you're a waffle person or a pancake person. So I'm interested. And if you are, what toppings do you use? Do you use, do you have like chocolate chips? Do you have blueberries? Are you like a fruit person? Are you a sweet person? Literally going to use all these chocolate chips. It's fine. Oh, that's not all of them. Hello. Okay. I think that's all of them. All right. Because the mini ones I found work the best in my mini waffle maker because then they actually fit and don't like mess with the little mini waffle maker. The best thing I bought on Amazon, I'm telling you. Okay, let's start making these. I do not have a science to this, but it's just put them in. Don't overflow it. Sorry for my hand in the camera. And shut it. Then wipe off the edges so nothing drips on the table. So now we're at the point where we can play with the coffee, aka just pressing it down and then putting it elsewhere. And I have my nice little Target plate for that. So here we are. I'm going to press it down. There's so much resistance in this. I never realized that like before. Okay, good. It has a little thing. And I have a beautiful Disney mug from 2016. But I love it. I love this like music note, and it's really cute. And it also says Walt Disney World. That's when I think this is when they started using that logo again. I don't know. Could be wrong. So for all my Disney fans out there, like what, after all this is over, what is your like go-to thing you're going to want to do? Like a specific ride, go to a specific park, specific restaurant. I want to know all the things. Because I don't know, like, because I've been saying since it's warmer here in Florida now, and yes, I use almond milk in my coffee because it's delicious. And it's just like simple. But since it's been warmer here, I've been wanting to go to a water park. And the steam that's from the waffle maker, so don't be concerned. I've been wanting to go to it's perfect and hot. But I've been wanting to go to a water park because I haven't really gone to any in a while. Like, granted, yes, I have gone to the Dells when I was back in Wisconsin, but that's just a thing you do. And I've been wanting to go to like the Disney water parks because in like Universal, like Volcano Bay looks really amazing. And I really want to go. Like going to Magic Kingdom. I feel like I miss all the parks, don't get me wrong. But I haven't ridden Rise of Resistance yet. And I want to ride Rise of Resistance. In case you're wondering, I'm just pouring the extra coffee in my little mason jar. So I can stick it in the fridge. But I do want to go ride Rise because I haven't. I have watched the Point of View ride through. Yeah, I guess we can say that. Online, because what else can I do right now? And it's amazing. It's freaking fantastic. And I want to ride. It makes me want to ride it that much more. And I just miss Magic Kingdom and like going to the resorts and stuff. Like I love the Polynesian. It's just so my vibe. Yeah, let me know in the comments like what you would want to do, like what your first thing. Like if you're like, okay, first thing, let's do this. But I also miss the boardwalk. But that's because I have a lot of history there. For those of you who don't know, my parents are Disney Vacation Club members, and that is our home resort, is the boardwalk. And it's funny because like when I tell people that, they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like right when they were like selling it for DVC. And I was in second grade and my sister was super young. And I remember we like played, like while my parents were in the meeting, like we played they had like a kids like thing, and we went and played and we made these like balloon kind of like, I don't know, like slingshots. Like it had a rubber band on it and you can like put it around one of your fingers and then you bat it back and forth and went back and forth. That's just what we did. That's what I remember as a second grader. But I'm just gonna cut up some fruit to have with brunch. Move my coffee so I don't spill everything. Move my phone so I don't spill on that, because that would be a travesty. But yeah, those are my vivid memories. But I just like we would go all the time, and especially during this time because we like as for like Easter like traditions, we really didn't have any because we would go to the parks all the time. That's just what we did because that was our spring break. We'd go to the parks and we'd go on our spring break vacation, and it usually happened to fall around Easter. So it's just funny to think about now that this is what I'd be doing every Easter. So when people are like, oh yeah, we have traditions, I'm like, I really don't. We were always somewhere for Easter, whether it was Disney or somewhere else. Because for Disney, with Disney Vacation Club, we could use our points at these like concierge locations. So we got to go to like Branson, Missouri and stay at this really cool resort. We got to go to Mackinac Island, which is like the UP of Michigan, for those of you who don't know what that is. It's connected to Wisconsin in Vermont, and got to go to the Ben and Jerry's factory like so often. It was bad how much we ate ice cream that trip. But yeah, we've done some really cool things and got to go to Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. That's a big place for like my family to go. We just have a lot of good memories there. Like we rented a house with my entire family, like my entire mom's side of the family. We all rented a house, and that was really fun. But yeah, random stories with me. Still working on the waffles, but here's our progress. Look at that. They're so pretty. I'm really like proud because they aren't getting like too soft either. They're like still keeping their shape, which is nice. But I'm definitely one for brunch. Like I love brunch. And like my family loves brunch too. So like back home, we'd always go to brunch. Like always go to brunch. We'd go all over Milwaukee and go to brunch. Like that's just something that we did. So it's definitely weird because whenever I go home, we try to go to brunch. We usually go to the same place, but which has the best French toast. But that's just something we do. So it's kind of funny and weird to not be with my family this year. But I mean, last year I don't think I was, just because I was in a different place. But yeah, I'm interested what you guys do for trying to situate my fruit on this plate. What you guys have done, like for Easter or during spring break, like were there different places you'd go for spring break? I'm really interested. So let me know in the comments. What else? We're down to make. I usually don't like make it pretty, and nothing was spilling over. Dang, I should make my breakfast live all the time so then I don't screw up. Because for whatever reason, it's like coming out perfectly. So maybe going live is a thing that I should do. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that would be helpful if I close it. You know. But what are you guys excited for all my Disney fans out there? Which, I mean, if you follow me, you probably like Disney. I would think anyway. Just for how much I share about it and talk about it and all the things. I talk about Disney a lot, and if you're annoyed, sorry, but not sorry. What are you guys most excited for of all the things that are to come? I am excited for Ratatouille. That I'm freaking excited for. What else? Is that how it's going to be? I'm going to do this differently. I'm excited for Ratatouille. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see after all this how much of all the Epcot projects are actually going to happen. I hope things will happen because going through the Epcot experience was pretty cool. And I'm just like, I want everything to happen, but we'll see if it actually does. Because, you know, things can change and shift due to everything that has been happening. It'd be nice, or wouldn't it be nice? And finish with the waffles. Woo! They all turned out so good. Like, look at these. I'm not a chef in any means. My sister is like the pastry chef. She actually went to school for that. And I'm just here. I'm like, I'm pretending. But this is me pretending. I'm excited for Ratatouille because I've seen like ride-throughs for that. And I think it's going to be really cool. Yeah, just all the things I'm excited for. I'm excited for Tron. Like, Tron looks awesome. That should be really sweet and cool. Let's see. I'm like trying to think of all the things that are happening, but it's like I don't know what's all going to be happening. But random side note, as I'm picking out these raspberries and eating one just reminded me of this. Back when I was a kid, back home, there used to be like a strawberry field that you could go and pay to pick your own strawberries. And in theory, for a kid, it sounded really cool and fun. But at the end, like after 10 minutes, my sister and I were over it and didn't want to do anything because you're like squatting down with these little bushes to pick things. And then you're just like, oh my God, I'm over it. But they also, let me wash these off really quick. They also had like raspberry bushes, but I remember these raspberry bushes being like so tall, probably as tall as I am now. And they're like raspberries and blackberries. And I remember that part being more fun because I didn't have to like practically sit on the ground to pick things. But I mean, that was me as a kid. Wow. When I actually try, things look good. Go figure. Yeah, like look at the fruit. The fruit looks so great. Oh, as I'm spilling it all over. Ta-da! So I can have proof that I did this. Just kidding, but really though. I'm a photographer and I'm on Instagram. What do you expect? You can see how I'm trying to frame things and make them look better than they actually are. But you know, that's what we all do, right? Definitely try to make things look pleasing and appetizing. But yeah, so made my brunch. Sweet. I guess I could just start eating it as I've been drinking my coffee this whole time. Let's try one of these waffles. I don't know about you guys. This may like freak everyone out, but like if it's a mini waffle, I don't eat it with anything. But if it's like a big waffle, I usually eat it with syrup. I know it's super weird, but I don't know. The ones that have been coming out of this mini waffle maker are so much better than like the big one I have. Maybe I just don't have a really good big waffle maker. That's just me. But yeah, that's like also another weird vivid memory from my childhood is going to pick fresh strawberries and raspberries. And I remember saying to my mom always like, oh my God, we should go do this or whatever. My mom's just like, no, we shouldn't because you guys give up. I do remember her saying that though, which is kind of funny to think about. But I mean, thinking about it as an adult, I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. And did you guys ever go pick apples in like the fall? Or is this like a Midwestern thing? Let me know in the comments. if this is a Midwestern thing or not. If you go pick apples in the fall, that's like hands down probably something my family always does, is going to pick apples. If we go to the same place to Boulder, it's really quite funny. But they would have the best muffins, to the point that if you hit it if you were there during a popular time, like there were lines waiting for people to get these muffins as they came out of the oven. Like they came out of the oven and everyone's just like grabbing them. I usually like their pumpkin muffins because they had like a cream cheese, like little whip on top. They had apple ones, they had blueberry ones. Oh, they were so good. They were just like big and they had like an overflow top and they're so good. But I remember seeing that one year and I just was like, what is this nonsense? And my aunt's like, yeah, like that. And they had this other barn that had where you got like a stick for your caramel apple if you want it on a stick, or if you want it sliced. Sliced changes everything because then you're not getting sticky caramel all over. But then you can get as many toppings as you want. Oh, so good. All the family memories. Just sitting here, eating my brunch, in my kitchen. All the fun times. Let's see, what else can we chat about? Since we're having brunch, what is your favorite thing for brunch? Let me know. My favorite, I know it's going to sound so basic, or one of my favorites, is avocado toast. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I love it so much. I've been to a couple of different places that have really good avocado toast. Like there's a place in Nashville, coffee shop that I went to, that had really good avocado toast. Actually, there were two. Nashville had a lot of good coffee shops. And it's just nice to kind of see on Instagram that they're still trying to do things and trying to serve their community. Because that's like a big thing for Nashville, is how much they serve their community, which was really cool when I lived there. But yeah, I love avocado toast. I love French toast. I love waffles. I basically love breakfast. But typically, it's so good. Definitely should try to see if I can. But on the business side of things, I've been trying really hard to provide you guys with Friday. And that has kind of shifted and moved. It moved to a better platform, first of all. Oh, I am so sorry. There are all these notifications that came up on my computer. Reminders of things to do. But that link has been updated. If it hasn't been updated, I will after this live. I'll update it. But we just moved it to a better platform that is more user-friendly. It's easier to see how far you're going and to go back. Like it's just an easier flow. And I'm also working on other things, so stay tuned for my influencer friends to help you grow your brand and all the things. So stay tuned. That is in the works, and I will be reaching out to some of you in the meantime when that does happen. So I've been doing that here inside. As well as YouTube content, because I did have a lot of plans to do like cool things, but obviously things change and shift with the time. And so now I'm figuring out how to make some content to make for inside. Well, let me know what you'd like to see. I'm sorry. Chocolate is all over me. But let me know what you would like to see, and I'll try to make that happen. Do the best that I can, because things are what they are. And I try not to talk about what's happening that much because I know everyone is in. I'm not trying to be insensitive to what's going on because I definitely know and I feel that definitely because my main source of income is working with clients in person and the parks are closed. My clients can't leave, so we can't work together. So I've been finding different ways to try to serve my clients and you all. So I definitely feel it, but I don't want to constantly bring you down with that information because I find that the best way to get through things is trying to make the best of it. So situation and try to be positive about the situation because this coming to my account or being on Instagram or any of these things could be people have been or could be something for people to use as an escape for what's happening. And I want to respect that. And I don't want people to be offended or triggered in any way because I know this is a very hard time for everyone as I eat raspberries. But nonetheless, I know that like all my photographer friends, any small businesses, really everyone is suffering during this time. And I understand that and I see that. And I want to help you and serve you as best that I can from where I am and from what I can do. So that's why I am working so hard to make YouTube videos, to provide podcast episodes, to provide content on Instagram and my blog. I'm trying with the blog and education. So for my business owners and influencers who want to improve their education during this time or maybe have some extra time to invest in their education so then when things go up and running, they have the education to help give them better strategies. So that is like my thought on where I am with that. I never try to do things that are insensitive, and I'm sorry if it came across that way. Just a little touch point on that. Because believe me, it kills me to not be outside. I'm a very outside person. I love the beach. I love the water. I love being around water. So it's like weird to not, and especially going to Disney because how much I love Disney, it's weird to not go. And it's weird. Like it's for so long on weekends, I'd be like, oh, let's like go to the park or hang out with my friends. But it is what it is. It's inevitable that we can't do this. And we all kind of knew it was coming, but it was just a matter of when. So I feel you. I feel your pain. I have been doing a lot of other things. Like I have been learning embroidery. So I've been like making my own Disney patches. I have a Disney jacket full of Disney patches. And so I was making a couple of those to sew on there. I have been reading. I've been playing Toontown. So for my Disney fans or my Disney friends, there is, if you go and search Toontown, these amazing people have recreated Toontown. It's called Toontown Unwritten. And it's basically Toontown. It's not associated with Disney, but it is basically Toontown. This is not sponsored anyway. I'm just sharing things that I love and with all you. This is like completely free. You can access all the worlds. Like it's nothing that's paid for. They made it out of the kindness of their own heart. And it's exactly the same. Like there are like little differences and you don't see the characters and you can't interact with them. They just don't exist, which I'm sure that's a whole licensing issue. But it is amazing. That has been like my escape. That and Sims. I haven't played Sims in a while though. But I encourage you, if you need something to do, Toontown is a great option, especially for those who played Toontown all the time like me. And we're so sad that it was gone. Because I definitely suffered that feeling. But I've been reading a lot of books. I have a big bookshelf over here where I have a ton of books that I need to read. But I was able to go through, like finally finish a book that I've literally been trying to read for 2 years now. That's really embarrassing. I finally finished that. Got to finish another book. And now I'm working on just like going through my bookshelf and going like, what haven't I read? But I do want to reread the Harry Potter series. Because I think that would be fun and interesting to like reread it now. Because I read them. I know I was late on the train because the first one came out when I was in second grade. I am stronger now, obviously. But I tried to read it and I remember getting very frustrated because it was a lot as a second grader to read. And I remember like all my friends reading it and I was just really upset that I couldn't read it. So I kind of gave up and was really like kind of bitter about it that I couldn't read it. But then when I got to high school, middle school, Twilight came out, read all the Twilight books, and I'm like, okay, well then maybe I should try Harry Potter. Because then I also discovered a Harry Potter musical, which had Darren Criss and everyone. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. And I was like, you know what? I should probably read these books so I understand. And I fell head over heels in love with Harry Potter. So I also want to go to Universal and go to Harry Potter World and be chosen by a wand and drink butterbeer and all the things. But that's how long it's been since I've read the books. It's been a hot minute because I'm now 26. And when I read them, I was probably like 14, 15, 16. And I remember I wanted to read them all, which I did. And then I have all the Harry Potter movies. And then I watched them all in order. And then I got the last part and I like watched them all up to the last part. Oh, I remember I cried, even though I knew what was going to happen. But you follow these actors who are playing these characters that you love for so long. It was just like, it was heart-wrenching for me. But it might be fun rereading these books. Just a thought. I also really got more notes about me. I also really got into Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. And I know this. Believe me, I don't memorize like books and authors unless it's something that I really love. And I also, fun fact, was in Battle of the Books in 8th grade. And one of the books we read was The Sea of Monsters, which was the second one. And I fell in love with it so much that I had to go get the first one. And I've been following that series, read the series, the spinoff series that has to deal with the Roman gods. I've been reading the one that's been a spinoff of the Norwegian, and I'm definitely going to read the one that's a spinoff with the Egyptian gods. All of that mythology is so interesting and fascinating to me because like I watched Hercules, and Hercules is one of my favorite movies. And I've always just been intrigued with Greek mythology. I just think it's very interesting to me. And then reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians, like, fed that intrigue and fed that, like, fascination. So it's just, like, spawned into this. And I know, like, an obscene amount of, like, random knowledge about that. So then watching the Marvel movies, because Thor and Loki are in the Norse mythology. It's so interesting, like, how Marvel has been paralleling or trying to use as much knowledge from their, like, Norse god, because they're actually named Thor and Loki as Norse gods. They're definitely different, like appearance-wise and sometimes personality-wise, but they're still very similar, and there's still, like, small details, like rewatching the Thor movies. There's little instances that's like, oh, you did your research. I love that. I love that when, like, movies do their research, and it's just like, ooh, feels so good. That's my nerdy side coming out. But yeah, that's what I've been trying. And I've been watching a lot of Disney Plus and Netflix. Oh, if you all haven't watched Schitt's Creek, I've been literally telling everyone on the face of the planet about Schitt's Creek. Haven't watched Schitt's Creek? You need to watch it. It's on Netflix. It's also on Hulu. Watch it. It's amazing. It'll change your life. It's fantastic. I feel like I'm a combination of Alexis and a little bit of David. Just had the song A Little Bit of Alexis stuck in my head. Anyway, Definitely watch it. If you need a good show to watch, Schitt's Creek. It's fantastic. It's SCHITT''S, just in case you're wondering. Fantastic show. I'm going to rewatch it because they had their series finale on Tuesday and I'm sad. Because I just wanted more. It's just that good. Oh, it's amazing. So go check it out because it's fantastic. Also, Modern Family ended this week too, which that's like heartbreaking too. 2 great shows ending this. I've been telling literally everyone this, that I'm so sad that both Schitt's Creek and Modern Family ended in the same week. And I got on the Schitt's Creek train probably like a couple weeks ago. And I'm just like, no, why do you have to end? But we can always rewatch it. So there's that. And I've been able, if you've been following me on my Instagram stories, I was able to connect YouTube to the TV. So I've been having like the resort like TV loop on in the background sometimes. And that's how I've been watching like the bride point of view videos. And doing workouts, because that's important too. But yeah, you can tell I'm a little bit of a Disney nerd, that I do all those things, but around the entire apartment is Disney stuff. Like, I feel sad that the little popcorn bucket, Steve, he hasn't been out and about lately. I call him my child. This is my child, Steve, because he's like the size of like a baby / a tiny toddler. So he just like, it's probably a baby. But I miss that he's not out and about. And he really doesn't have any popcorn in him. So that's sad. But anywho. Is there anything else? Or else I'm just going to devour all of my brunch. Well, I think we'll end it here, guys. Thanks for hopping on to my live stream. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good time and got to eat some of your brunch. And enjoyed watching me make my brunch. Like, it wasn't as catastrophic as I thought it would be, which that's good. And I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Celebrate Easter if you celebrate Easter as you wish. I hope that goes well. And hope you guys are staying safe, staying home, and being safe, because this time isn't the greatest. But hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe, washing your hands, all those things. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.